Hey, how's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing something different. Euros are about to kick off today, so what we're gonna do is do some predictions. Basically, we already made a video where we did predictions for the overall winners, who is gonna get out of the group and all that good stuff. So today, what we're gonna do is try and predict the scores. Basically, the first round, match day 1, for the first 12 games of the group of the groups throughout the full groups. So let's see how we do. Can we get anything right? Do we look like idiots at the end of this? Because most of the time football is a hell unpredictable sport. You never know what's gonna happen, how it's gonna go, who's gonna win, and all that stuff. Let me know down your predictions in comments below. So without further ado, let's get straight in. Of course, before all this, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and let's do this. So basically, Friday, the first game of the season of the Euros. Hosts Germany are playing against Scotland. I think the first game definitely will be a 50-50 iffy one. It's definitely, there will be some upsets in the first round. I definitely believe that. So I'm going for a narrow 2-1 Germany win. 2-1 Germany win. I think Scotland will be close but no cigar. I think there might be some pressure towards the end part of the game, but they will just not make it. Scotland has a decent side, I'm not gonna lie. They have had some injuries. I think Robertson is injured now and everything, so very interesting how this goes. Germany as well, they have a very weird squad, but I definitely think they might get it done and get it work. Hungary versus Switzerland is a very tough and interestingly even matchup. Hungary has some stars like Orban, Zalai, of course. They have that Kerkez, Gulakshi, of course Zobozlai. Switzerland also has some incredible players. They have incredible goalkeeper in Kobel. Of course, they have Sommer, Mbolo, Shaqiri, and what Xhaka Granit, by the way, Arsenal player, come on, and all that. So it will be very interesting how this goes. And I definitely believe that will be a very intense matchup, but I'm going for 1-2 Switzerland. It's quite interesting going 1-2 in both games, but 1-2 Switzerland. So it will be very, very interesting. Definitely another close game. Moving on to Spain versus Croatia. Saturday game. Second game of the Saturday. Group B kicks off. And this is a very, very interesting one because Spain has a young squad and an old squad at the same time. I think they will heavily rely on their midfield and attack. They have only Yamal and Nico Williams. The Morata is 50-50. He can be on fire or he can miss everything he can get. Defense is an iffy one. It will be interesting to see what they put on defense. Croatia, obviously, they are the dark horses in a way in every single one, although since finishing third and every second and all that stuff, they are no more dark horses. However, the generation change is not going too great. The players are getting older and they're not getting proper replacement. So this might be the last hurrah for many players, we can actually imagine. So this game, I have a soft spot for Spain, I'm not gonna lie. So what I'm gonna do in this game, actually, I'm just running through my head 2 players, how they're gonna look. I'm going, I don't want to say 2-1 again, it will be very dumb. I'm gonna say 2-2. Somehow I can see this game ending in a draw. Now, if we move on to the next game, and this is the interesting one, because it's the same group, Group B. Group B looks mad. Italy versus Albania. Italy has nuts with injuries. Their midfield has been destroyed, just like Netherlands, who we're gonna talk in a sec. Albania doesn't have big stars, but they have actually a team who just fights for everything. Italy are defending champions, so definitely you have to give them some props for that. And I think in that regard, with the manager, how he's gonna coach it and everything, I'm going 3-0 Italy. I'm actually gonna go 3-0 Italy. It's a bit an iffy one, but we go. Poland versus Netherlands. That's an interesting one because De Jong is injured, Koopmeiners is injured, Timber is injured, the brother, not Jurien Timber. Their defense is somewhat decent. Goalkeeping is a 50-50 one. Attack is just mad. Depends who's gonna play, for example, at wingback, Dumfries or Frimpong, for example. It will be very, very interesting. Poland is the team that never turns up in tournaments. Qualification, group stage, that type of thing, they do incredibly well. You remember they just destroyed everyone. But when they go to the actual tournament, they just stink out the place. Especially with Lewandowski being injured for the first game, for the one game at least, I cannot give them good props. I think they might score one, but I think Netherlands just has too much firepower to go forward and to shut them off. Genuinely believe so. So I'm going 3-1 Netherlands. Slovenia versus Denmark. This is a very interesting one for me because Slovenia has, let's say, Oblak, Šeško and stuff like that, but Denmark has players. Like, it feels like Denmark doesn't have anyone, but at the same time they have Andersen, Christensen. I don't know if Durmisi is gonna play. They have Højbjerg, still have Eriksen, Højlund, wingers as well. All the Eintracht, that guy, and from Serie A as well. They have actually a very solid squad. As a team, as a whole, they have very good squad. So I think in that instance, I'm gonna give the edge to Denmark. If Andersen and Christensen can deal with Šeško, I genuinely believe this could be a very interesting one. But I'm going 2-0 Denmark in this instance. Serbia versus England. Oh bloody, this might be a nuts one. As good as England has many hopes, they are, I think, the favorites on paper to win the whole thing. They are playing Serbia. Mitrovic and Vlahovic up top. Defensively, the Nastasic, I think. They have Matic. I'm just thinking about the team in general. Maybe Tadic, maybe? Who knows who's gonna play for them. Actually, it's a very mid-50 one. England has insane attack. I would say decent midfield, but not great because they don't have enough creative part in the midfield unless they play Foden as a 10 or something like that. And defensively, they are a liability. There might be some issues there. In goal, they're definitely gonna have Pickford. So I'm going for arguably first shock of this game, and I'm going 1-1. You might not think it's a shock, but definitely for me, if Serbia can get a draw, would be a shock, and in a way, I can see that happening. Freaking England just lost to Iceland 1-0 at home, so make that as you will. Romania versus Ukraine, one of those under type things where something could happen, but nobody knows if it's gonna happen. I'm giving the props to Ukraine. I'm going 2-1. Okay, now we move Belgium-Slovakia. Now, Belgium has to go far in this tournament to prove again. Despite their whole generation, what they have had, they haven't won anything, which is a massive issue. You can kind of blame it on Martinez and everything, but here we are at the end of the day. I'm going 3-0. No, 2-0 Belgium. I'm going 2-0 Belgium. Okay, last 3 games. Austria versus France. France, the second favorites to win it all. Austria under Rangnick are on fire. Now, this could be a very slow start for France. I genuinely believe so, and I can see it happening. However, at the same time, France will need to show their dominance. Austria will do what they can to defend and be in there, and they definitely have some players, definitely like Hinteregger. They have, of course, Sabitzer. They have, I forgot the name, who plays for Bayern CDM / right back. How am I blanking on this? Obviously, they have Baumgartner and everything, Alaba, Danso. So they definitely have some players, Wober still. So they definitely have some players in there. So it might not be as lopsided as people may think, actually. They are balling under Rangnick. They did very good in group stages, in qualification stages, I mean. France obviously are the favorites. So I think Austria might sneak in a goal. But overall, the attacking power of France might just be too much. So I'm going for 3-1 win. Turkey versus Georgia. Kvaratskhelia FC versus... well, Passion FC in a way. Turkey, Gardagula FC in a way. The thing is, for Turkey, they are a team that they tend to have a good squad, but they never, ever seem to put it all together. Ever. And that is what's bothering me with Turkey in a way. Georgia will be interesting to want to see with how their Mamardashvili, Chakvetadze and everyone plays together. But I'm giving props to Turkey. I think it will be a close game. Two very passionate teams. You might see some red cards, by the way, very from these Balkan countries and everything. It might be nuts. So I'm going 2-1. And the last game of this is Portugal versus Czech Republic. On paper, Portugal has an insane squad. Attack, defense, goalkeeping, midfield, everything is stacked and on fire. They have Martinez, who basically at the moment is doing what he did at Belgium. In qualifications, friendlies, blitzing teams, pretty much. The question is, can it transfer properly into actual stages, Euros and World Cup? Because the same thing happened with Belgium. They blitzed everyone, comes to tournaments, World Cup I remember, and they struggled against USA. Remember that game where Howard made about 15 saves, 16 saves, and all that stuff? They always come a bit short, lose to Japan even and everything. So definitely that is the biggest question. I think Martinez in a way for Portugal is the weak link, but I think they will get out of the group. Against Czech Republic, who have a very solid side, the Souček, Koufal, not sure who's gonna be in goal. Pavlenka maybe? I don't know. Maybe Kobel? No, Kobel is Swiss. What am I talking about? They have Schick up top, but overall maybe Cherny is gonna play. They have very that change of generations as well from Poborski, Baros, Nedved, and everything just hasn't happened naturally, and they have fallen back. So I'm going for Portugal. I definitely believe Portugal will score. Sorry, I'm going 3-1 Portugal in this instance. So I definitely believe at the end of the day that Portugal will win. These are my predictions for this game, for the match week 1. Basically, games first round, basically, first of the 3 group rounds. Let me know what you think down in comments below. What are your predictions for this? And yeah, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Take care, stay safe, hope you enjoy the Euros, and see you all tomorrow for some more Arsenal news. Peace.